the Rock and Roll the Hit Show! With Pokemon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the voice in the sky, back at it again with the Pokemon Heartgold Nuzlocke. I am joined today by none other than the fantastic, the amazing, the splendiferous Run DMT.
Why, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
When last we left off, we had just gotten our way through most of the trainers in Bugsy's gym, and all that's left is to face Bugsy. But we gotta do a little bit of grinding first. Embracing the grind. That's what we're up to. We got to get Marciano and Edgar up to level 16, preferably. All right. Now, our options for grinding are a bit limited because there's certain places we're not going because we're trying to avoid catches. So we're going to be grinding in the Slowpoke well today.
Okay. Going down under.
Yeah. Other option, if this doesn't work out too well, is probably Ilex Forest, which is not a bad choice.
Right. That's where we got our Paris, right?
That is where we got our Paris. So if like spawns are low in here, then we will go to Ilex and run around in there for a bit.
Perfect.
Yep. This is exactly the kind of XP that Marciano just gobbles right up.
So we like the one-hit KOs. Is level 5 gonna be enough XP for us?
Let's see. 38. It might not be. That was decent, but that's gonna take us a while. Let's go check out.
Especially if we're trying to get to level 16.
Yeah, let's go check out Ilex Forest. I mean, the Odysseus might be a problem, but then we just switch in Edgar. It should be fine.
I mean, we did say embrace the grind, so if that's what it takes, especially to be safe, then that's fine. We just won't get a lot of trips to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah. Caterpie. Let's see if this gives us any more than 38. $37.
Embrace the grind.
Let's try Ilex a little bit more. Maybe that one was a fluke. We know the Zubat's pretty normal for Slowpoke, well, because we did some grinding there before. Okay, level 6 Metapod. This should give us a bit more. We will not be running into any Weedles, because if I recall correctly, Weedle and Caterpie are split up between Heartgold and Soul Silver.
Seems about right.
61. That's better. You know, a couple more Metapods would be real nice. That speak of the devil.
All right.
Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
I tell ya. So lately, the gang, for our listeners who aren't aware, have been getting into Pokemon Showdown. And
yes, this is true.
And we've been creating gym teams. And unfortunately, I think I may have permanently traumatized one of our team members, Young Keeper. Yeah, we want Magnitude. I think we ditch
Tackle.
Yeah, I think we ditch Tackle.
Magnitude's a fun RNG move.
It is, and it's so powerful early game too. like until we get Earthquake, it's probably going to be like Marciano's go-to. But as I was saying, I think Young Keeper, I ended up somewhat accidentally, somewhat purposefully traumatizing. And I may have turned him off from Pokemon forever. I don't know. So if he's out there listening to this and watching this episode, Keeper, I'm so sorry. I hope you.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up. If anybody found the leaked footage of that match, like, hide your children. It is not for the faint of eye.
Yeah, and it
was hard.
It was then followed by like 2 to 3 random battles that I also beat him in. He was not having a good day Pokemon wise, and the RNG was definitely in my favor. I got some very lucky teams on the random battles and some para hacks.
Yeah, just nobody yet has earned your badge for your normal type gym.
Nope.
AKA the regular badge, which
yes.
I gotta say I love that name, the regular badge.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind for our listeners that it's gym leader versus gym leader, so it's not like they're coming at me with a fully prepared team. And every type that you're the gym for is randomized. So it's not like someone could go and intentionally pick fighting to come and mess me up. So it makes it a bit more difficult for everyone else to get my badge.
Yeah, that's such a good typing for you to get randomly.
It is. It was such a good typing.
In that kind of format, that's a really good typing to get.
Yeah. The other one that I think would be very strong in that type of format would be Ghost.
Yeah, agreed. I myself got one of my favorite, actually maybe my all-time favorite type, which is Fairy.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think I might make some changes to it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep mine kind of where it's at right now, at least until I'm like beaten eventually. Pretty happy with how it is right now. But tell us about like the game plan going on with your Fairy team there.
I'm thinking of possibly changing up my Mega.
Ooh.
And maybe getting a Z move in there.
Nice. Remind me, what Mega do you have currently?
Mega Gardevoir.
That's right. And which one are you thinking about changing it to?
I haven't decided. I just don't know if Pixelate is really going to help me in singles.
I can never remember. What does Pixelate do?
It makes normal type moves Fairy type.
Oh, that could be good. What's the best? Like, does she? I say she, Gardevoir, have a strong normal type move?
The best one that I could find personally was the one that I currently have equipped onto it, which is the voice one.
Hyper voice.
Hyper voice.
That is a strong move, but I don't remember its base attack. Base special attack, I guess.
Yeah. It's escaping me right now, but it's fairly high to my knowledge.
And that's a 100 accurate move, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it doesn't miss unless you have soundproof or something.
Okay. Cool. That Gardevoir.
You know.
Also,
if we're not gonna get, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would like to also say that I think some of the best nicknames that came out of that were on your team.
Yes, the Togepi that Matt actually is not using for this game made an appearance on my team.
Yes. What was their nickname?
Matt's throwaway. Because I don't think we have even named it in
We
this game.
we haven't even checked its nature. It could be Serene Grace for all we know, and we'd have no end. It's just gonna sit in that box. It's better for us to not know, because if it is Serene Grace, then we'll be tempted to use it.
Yes, this is true. The one I use is definitely Serene Grace.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is that I think, sharing some of the information about what moves and the stats and everything, I think, even if we're wrong, if we're not going to get engagement, we definitely are going to get some for those who want to point out the mistakes that I've made around my Pokemon knowledge.
And just so people think that I'm not just outing Run DMT's team without outing my own, mine is a very offensive, normal type team that lacks specially defensive walls. And the idea is just keep hitting quick and hard so that they don't get any traction.
Very quick.
Yeah.
We're talking very, very quick team. Which I have a counter built into my team already for something like that. I just didn't get a chance to get it off.
The issue is that I do have one defensive wall that is scary. It's a Blissey. Let's just put it out there. And anyone who knows Blissey knows that Blissey can be a pain.
What made you decide Blissey over Chansey with an Eviolite?
So I was considering it. I was looking at it and I was thinking about it. And then I noticed, oh, Blissey's in OU, but Chansey's in RU. And so I guess maybe I deferred to the knowledge of the crowd. Like, okay, if the majority of people think this one's better, then maybe I should do that one. Even though I myself can't really tell the difference between those two. So I was just deferring to their wisdom, honestly. All right, Marciano's already up to level 16.
All right, that didn't take as long as I thought it would.
It did not. It did run us all the way out of our rock slide PP. But that's okay, because we are good to go. Time for Edgar.
Are you sure we don't want to up that PP in case we need it?
Kismet will just step in.
Okay.
Why? Did you want me to go back to the Pokemon Center or something?
I mean, yeah.
Is there a reason you wanted me to go back to the Pokemon Center? Other than the PP?
I think we've got... Oh, yeah. We want to ask you some questions.
Oh.
We've got some questions from the audience. Some mail-in flyers that people have been dying to get put in here.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I suspect somewhere along here, Edgar is going to get a little bit injured. Once that happens, we'll go back to the Pokemon Center. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay.
You are the Pokemon trainer.
If anything spawns, that is. Apparently, I've killed everything in this forest. Oh, there it is. I think the hard part about being a Zubat is you don't get stabbed until pretty late. Do you know what I'm saying? You gotta get that stab. The stabby stab. Run DMT's abandoned me. He has nothing to say.
I am so sorry.
It's okay.
I got pulled away in the back channels of our studio room here. But I am back and back online.
All right. So I was saying it's hard being a Zubat because you get stabs at like fairly late in your progression.
Yeah, it's really hard to train a Zubat, but once you get there, I personally think it's worth it.
I agree. I agree.
I really enjoy it for that.
Yeah, and if you're not in a Nuzlocke, that's even more true. Right? Because like you don't have to worry about so Zubat's a little bit on the fragile side in contrast to Golbat and Crobat, who are chonky. And so that might deter some people from wanting to put in all the effort into it for a Nuzlocke. But I think if you can pull it off, you get ahead of the game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And you're not just any other trainer.
Yeah. Yes, I am a gym leader. All right. This Caterpie can't even touch me. But just notice how much longer it's taking Edgar to get XP here, because it's taking him 2 rounds instead of 1 to kill these things.
That's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. We're embracing the grind.
I would like to know, for those listening, what their favorite Pokemon types are, and if that is gym type they would want for their gym.
I agree. I'm very curious to know what everyone's is. Like, I know on an earlier episode, we revealed what ours would be. I think I said flying type for me. What was yours, Tommy?
It's fairy or ice.
Yeah. Oh, man, then that's lucky that you randomly got fairy then, too. That's...
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I always feel like ice gyms are fairly easy just because ice is such a bad type defensively. Or at least it historically has been.
Oh, that's why for my gym I would make it a doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have in the past, so OG, my Pokemon training days, I was actually an ice type gym leader for the Pacific Northwest region. And I had an ice type gym. I did doubles.
Nice. Now, do you think I haven't played Scarlet and Violet yet. Has the new snow replacing hail weather effect really changed that much?
Not that I've noticed.
Like, they say that it helps ice types quite a bit now because apparently it boosts their defense when it's going on.
Oh, no way, I did not know that.
Yes, that's what I'd heard.
I did not pay attention to that. Ooh.
So, snow teams, not hail, are the new ice meta. Because apparently they boost, so they changed the name and essentially increased its power as a weather effect.
That's brilliant. Yeah. That makes me really. I really can't wait until I'm allowed to send my Pokemon out into the new game and test that out.
That would be cool. That would be cool. When are they going to release the next batch?
I don't know. There's supposed to be doing raids, so you can catch new Pokemon in raids. But other than that, I don't think anything until I think March or April. They'll open up Pokemon Home to the game, and then DLC probably at the end of the year.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm not sure.
you think the Legends Arceus Pokemon will be able to make an appearance?
I hope so, because I'd really like to see how they run in a competitive format.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the new Hisui and Gudra looks really cool.
I don't think I've seen a picture of that.
Or the Hisui and Arcanine.
I know I've seen that one, but I can't remember what it looks like.
It reminds me of those old lion statues.
Oh. Very cool. Very cool. I know the one I'm interested in is the Ursaring evolution, Ursaluna.
Yeah, Ursaluna.
Which, in general, I think Ursaring has been an underrated Pokemon for a very long period of time.
I learned a lot about that Pokemon recently.
Sorry about that.
I never knew that bear could maul like that.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I have an Ursaring on my team right now. Not this team, of course, but on the gym leader team, and it is a Guts Fazant variant.
Yeah, it did not help that I mean, you basically gave it a flame orb to make it. Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
I gave it a flame orb to get the Guts and Fazant to activate.
Does it have fling by any chance?
It does not.
Or trick?
Nope.
I don't even know if I could learn those moves, but that'd be crazy if you were able to burn yourself and then switch them out.
That would be cool. I think. Yeah, let's. I think we gotta head back.
The wheat. This is a pretty long question, so I think I'm gonna start it now.
All right, go right on ahead. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll do this on the way back. Never mind.
Okay. In the spirit of our group currently playing Call of Cthulhu, as mentioned in our last video.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced a scary paranormal experience? And if so, would you be comfortable sharing?
Could you define paranormal for me? Because
like a ghost story or something that you just couldn't explain that made you do a sanity check?
Sure. Okay, yeah. I was 13 when I saw my first UFO. I was living in Eatonville. For some reason, Eatonville seems to get the most UFOs out of like all the backwoods places in Washington. I don't know what that is. Especially back then. But in any case, I was looking out the window at night, and I saw these blinking lights in the sky, and I couldn't make sense of them because they kept twisting and turning in different ways. And then my brain suddenly, like, something clicked in it, and I realized that the lights were always parallel and the same distance from each other. And so whatever it was something with lights on its ends that was rotating.
Oh.
And
like a helicopter or something?
Like on the ends of two wings, and it was spinning and flipping and twisting. And
whoa.
It suddenly started getting closer and closer to the house. And whatever it was shaped like an oval. With like a scoop taken out of it. So like it had like a dish front. zoomed right by the house, by my window. Didn't make a sound, didn't even move the glass or anything. And then it just disappeared off into the middle of nowhere, heading off towards like the nearest radio tower in that general direction. And that was my first UFO experience.
How old were you again?
I was 13.
Whoa. Did you share this with your parents?
Of course, I told them that night.
What
Mom!
were their reaction?
They thought I was dreaming. But then,
That's wild.
But then they weren't so sure because everyone saw UFOs when we were living at that house. None as close as what I saw. Usually what we saw was in the classic 3 lights in the sky suddenly meeting up and forming a triangle and zooming off.
Okay, where was this again?
This was Eatonville. Let's see. It was the first one. I don't know if you remember this, Tommy. Do you remember years ago that puppy mill that was up in Eatonville that got busted?
Yes.
We were the family that bought the house after that lot got abandoned.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, because the whole 20 acres went up for sale super cheap because of what had happened. And we ended up losing that house because the lender stole like a bunch of money from us. And we basically thought we'd been making house payments for 12 months. And this dude had been just pocketing it for himself.
That sucks.
So then we moved into a log cabin. So you know where the Grange is at?
Yes.
So you know how there was that one road that went back past the range that for a long time just went off into the middle of nowhere, but then like nowadays there's a new housing development back there? There was a log cabin down there that we lived in, and we saw some down there too.
Wow.
Yeah. When you lived out there, did you ever see any UFOs?
You know, it's pretty wild. I want to say yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
What's really strange is that I have like a hard time remembering when I have, but recently, spending time with my younger brother, he shared like a dream about seeing a UFO, or he thought it was a dream. And I kid you not, how he described that dream was a very, very similar dream to what I had.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, whoa, you just described a reoccurring dream that I've had. And it was like a weird coloration. We both described like the same color that we would see like right outside of our house, and being unable to look up at the sky and stuff like that.
Dang.
I don't want to go into too much detail just because like it'll get me all jittery and scared.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a surreal moment. That's like when he shared that with me, the hairs on the back of my neck went up.
No, yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere now. Pretty fair skies and a pretty high altitude. I never see UFOs where I'm at now. But it seems like just Eatonville, it just happens all the time.
Well, not to get too conspiracy theory-esque, but we were next to a very large base.
Yeah.
Military base.
But like, I'm close to a base now, too.
But is that base doing anything crazy?
Well, NORAD's there.
You want to let the audience know
Yeah,
about
so NORAD is the North American Regional Air Defense System. Basically, they are in charge of all air traffic within North America. So that includes the United States, Mexico, and Canada. They are monitoring all of it constantly. It was established during the Cold War. And it was originally, and it's such an important thing, right? That you can't have air traffic suddenly get knocked out by a nuclear blast. So when they first built it, they hollowed out the inside of Cheyenne Mountain and built it inside the mountain to use it as a nuclear bunker.
That's right. I mean, yeah, totally.
Yeah. Nowadays, NORAD is so big because air traffic is so much bigger that they had to move it out of the mountain. So it's technically at the Schriever Air Force Base now, which is also just right next door to it. But the backup is still inside the mountain. And of course, the conspiracy theorists say the dead man's hand is in Cheyenne Mountain as well.
The dead man's hand?
Yeah, so allegedly, there is a dead man's hand program that was installed during the Cold War. And it's claimed that both Russia and the U.S. had one. And some theorists say, oh, it was just Russia. Oh, some people say it was both. And what it is it's even if everything else gets taken out, an automatic computer, when it stops receiving a signal, which indicates like, okay, well, if this thing stops sending a signal, then that means everyone there is dead. The computer automatically launches the nukes at preset targets. So it's a strike from the grave, so to speak.
I see, yeah.
However,
Wow.
while there is evidence that Russia had one or has one, it's very unlikely that the U.S. has one. And the reason why is we don't need one because we don't keep all of our nuclear missiles in our country. So it would be impossible for all of our nukes to get taken out simultaneously. So essentially, why would you need a program when you would have soldiers there who would already know what's going on, who would be able to launch in a completely different country? Right? Like, that's the benefit of, like, keeping most of your nukes not inside your own boundaries. Oh, effect spore. Oh, dang it.
Yep.
But, no, yeah. Yeah, so that's what a dead man's hand is, and that's probably why the U.S. doesn't have one. But also, Cheyenne Mountain was famously featured as actually being a cover-up because that whole mountain base was actually designed to hold the Stargate. According to Stargate lore.
That's rad.
Right, like if you ever watched the original series, or even I think the movie, like it's claimed that it's not actually for NORAD, it was actually for the Stargate.
It's a fun little tidbit of lore there.
Oh. Do I get another question? Or am I free?
The more the merrier. I'll let you reverse this one.
All right. I will Uno reverse this one. Tommy, without giving yourself the jitters, because you still got to sleep tonight, what is something that you're comfortable sharing about a paranormal experience you've had?
Yeah, this one I remember clear as day. I couldn't tell you the date in which it happened, but it was when I was a child. Actually, no. I'm going to share a different one.
Uh-oh. We're doing the deep dive.
In short, the one I was gonna share is that I believe in Ferngully. I believe they exist, and I have a good reason why I think that's true. Anyways, off to the scary story.
Okay.
So, when I was about 2019, I was dating somebody.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Yes, and we went to visit my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandma is old school cool, and where, we had to sleep in separate bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother and I shared a bed in the downstairs,
Mm-hmm.
down this hall, in this back bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And the person I was dating at the time was in the upstairs room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, all night, my brother and I heard footsteps going up and down the hallway to our room.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, what is going on? And I even checked it and didn't hear anything.
Spooky. That's spooky.
That's not all, though.
Uh-oh.
Yes. My wiener dog's getting really scared. She's getting really worried.
Oh,
behind me.
don't listen to the story. Don't listen to Run Team 2's story. It'll scare you, little wiener dog.
Yeah, she's getting stressed out. Okay. The next morning, my brother and I woke up, or, got out of the room, started hanging out. My grandma came out, and the person I was dating was not up yet.
Mm-hmm.
They woke up later. I'm going to call them K.
Yeah.
All right? Just so I don't have to keep saying the person I'm dating.
Yeah.
And secure their name.
Yeah.
They came out, and my grandma goes, "How did you sleep?" And Kay goes, okay, I guess, though I had a really strange dream that, woke me up. And we were like, what? What was it? And Kay goes, well, I was in this room, and I heard a knock on my door. So I got up, opened it, and there was this man standing in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said hello, walked over to this back room, this other room that's on the same floor as her, and waved at her, and then went into that room. And that scared her, so she went back to bed. And that was her dream. She then woke up from that dream.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were like, oh, that's kind of weird. Whatever. Ate breakfast, and then my grandma wanted to show us photos and old photos of me and my brother to Kay, and the photo books were in that back room.
Mm-hmm.
So we all go to that back room, and my grandma opens it up, opens up some albums and starts flipping through it, and instantly Kay slams their finger down onto this book and goes, "That's the person that said hello to me in my dream."
Oh my gosh.
And it was my late uncle, who passed away 9 months before I was born.
Oh my gosh. That's creepy.
Yeah, pretty wild.
That's pretty wild. What do you think your late uncle wanted to tell you? Or Kay?
I don't know, though apparently when I was a toddler, I said his name a lot, and no one actually told me who he was, so I don't know. They didn't know where I got that name. And then sometimes I would say stuff that apparently he said to people.
Weird.
I have no memory of this. This is just what has been shared with me.
That's spooky. All right.
Yeah, it actually started a fight.
Really?
Family, because it scared my parents a lot, and they were like, "Why are you talking to Tommy about so and so?" And my grandma was like, "I've never brought him up," and so they were arguing about it. This was still fairly recent. by a few years. It's kind of interesting.
That is kind of interesting. Like, extremely interesting. Okay, we don't want to be paralyzed, so I think we're going to go back to the Poke Center again. Although Edgar is now level 15.
Woo woo. Edgar.
Unfortunately, I don't think he gets Wing Attack in Heartgold until he's level 18?
Yes, I believe you're right.
But hopefully that little boost in attack will be enough that we can start one-shotting stuff and get through this next level faster.
Yes. But since we are at the Poke Center, this question is brought to you by our trip to the Pokemon Center. Questions from Matt, aka the voice in the sky.
Yep.
Matt, what if you have you ever successfully pulled off a funny prank, and if so, could you share what it was?
Well, I think there's one famous prank that I pulled off at one point in time that I suspect the person who asked this question knows about, but I don't know if I would call it funny. It's certainly funny looking back, though. Oh gosh,
I'm worried.
What was the name of the house you all lived in? And Alex lived with y'all too. In Bellingham.
Oh, the poorhouse.
Yeah, I think it was the poorhouse.
Oh, I know this prank. I love it.
Okay, so this is I think this is the first time I'd met Josh, and I was over visiting for Ryan's birthday party at the poorhouse, aka the Oracle. And Josh had revealed to me through conversation that he was a big Doctor Who fan. Okay, so I took a read of Josh, kind of got a feel for who he was. And then I noticed that the clock on the wall had stopped working. And I went and looked at it and started fiddling with it, and I realized that it was not working because someone had pulled the battery slightly out. And suddenly, even though I know nothing about Doctor Who, I was on the internet, so I knew some of the memes associated with the show, including Bad Wolf, which is a symbol that keeps reappearing over and over and over again throughout time, across the timeline, trying to lead someone to something. And so the cogs in my head start turning. So I create a post-it note for Bad Wolf, put it on the back of the clock, and set the clock to working again. And I just wait. Next morning, Josh comes out, says, "Who got that clock working again?" Goes and looks at it, and he's like, "This clock's been broken." Looks on the back, sees Bad Wolf, and screams. And he's like, "Who did this? Who did this?" And he starts accusing Ryan. He doesn't accuse me because I'm the guest. And in the conversation last night, I had told him I don't watch Doctor Who. And so he starts asking people around. He's like, "That is so weird. I'm going to find out who did this." And that was perhaps the greatest prank I've ever pulled off.
That was brilliant. I remember the hearing about that.
Yeah.
How long did it take for him to realize it was you?
I told him. Well, I revealed to Ryan later that day after Josh had left that it was me. And I asked, "You think I should tell him?" And he goes, "Yeah." Well, I don't remember what Ryan said. Maybe he said, I think he said yeah. But I did end up...
I can imagine Ryan saying no.
I did eventually end up telling Josh, just because I didn't want him obsessing over it too much. Because then it would stop being a fun prank and start being a mean prank if he did.
I see.
But I think it might have been quite a bit later that I did tell him.
I feel like it had to have been
I think
because I
it was a
remember
long
hearing
time
it.
ago. Later, yeah, I think the next time it might have even been like a year. Hold on, let me backtrack. Maybe I wasn't that nice. Maybe I was mean.
I mean, I don't think he was obsessing over it, but he was curious about who did it. It was a great mystery.
Yeah. And there were so many suspects too, because that was the night of the birthday party, if I remember right. Oh, sweet scent.
I'm surprised you went for it. Oh wait, okay. I got the Oddish and Eggers HP crossed.
Yeah.
That scared me for a moment.
No, don't be scared. Although we are paralyzed and a little bit damaged, but man, we are having to visit the Poke Center a lot right now. And
yeah,
I don't.
You know, the paralyzed could skip a turn and be even longer.
It's true. Do you have enough questions if we keep doing this?
Certainly.
Okay. Oh, Oddish. Quit with your sweet scent. Nicely done, Edgar. Way to one-shot that guy.
I'm a little sad we didn't get an Oddish.
I am too, but we still got a great Pokemon that is going to be a great backup for Liberty. Heavens forfend that we ever actually need a backup for Liberty, but it's there in case we need it.
Alright, this trip to the Pokemon Center is brought to you by questions from Matt.
Uh-oh.
Okay, the voice in the sky. Matt.
Yes.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Ever? Man.
In recent memory?
Dang, because like the one that I used the most, which was super helpful when I was a teenager, but then came to backfire on me when I was an adult, was fake it till you make it.
How did that backfire?
So fake it till you make it is a great piece of advice for pushing through initial anxiety and just going for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not great for when you don't actually know what you're talking about. And you get called out on it. And you just keep making it up instead of admitting you don't know the answer. Especially in a professional setting.
Okay. So then what's a piece of advice that has stood the test of time?
That every strength can be a weakness and every weakness can be a strength. And that there is a balance in all things.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'll turn the tables on you. What is a great piece of advice that has stood the test of time for you?
This one's kind of shallow, but it's the first one that comes to mind, and instead of muttering for a few minutes, I'll just get right to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do not ever loan money that you can't afford to get back.
That is so true.
And I've followed that advice and been able to help some people out and be okay when I don't get repaid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can't afford to go without it, don't loan it.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Well, the time to enter the time clock for this game must have ticked over because we are suddenly getting Oddish up the wazoo, and the grinding is going much faster now for Edgar.
Edgar's a beast.
Yeah. Well, they definitely are giving more XP, and he's being able to one-shot a couple of them. A Zubat? Ah, you've come for your glorious leader.
Yeah, it's a fan.
You aren't worthy!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Are we aiming for 18?
We're aiming for 16 with Edgar. 18 would be too long. And I don't think it's necessary. I think 3 16s should be enough for Bugsy. He will out-level us a bit, but I think that should be good enough.
I think the goal is to withstand the Scyther, correct?
Yeah, the goal is to withstand the Scyther.
Because the Scyther is definitely going to be faster.
Yes. I don't think it's even physically possible to be as fast as what that Scyther is going to be. But I think Rocky Marciano, the champ, should be able to wall the Scyther pretty darn well. And the Scyther is going to be 4 times weak, I think, because it's flying bug.
Yes, that is a good point to make. Now, this is the gen that brought life to Scizor, right?
Gen 2, so the original version, Gold, yes, did create Scizor and Steelix and the Steel type in general.
Oh, yes, Steelix. I think in total there were only 3 Steel types introduced, correct?
Yes, but then retroactively, Steel type was given to
Magnemite.
Magnemite, yeah, and its evolution chain.
I think up until like literally just a year or so ago, Steel type, there were not a lot of Steel type, and I think there was only one non-legendary mono Steel type Pokemon.
I think, what is it? Klinklank?
Yeah.
Yeah. What shocks me is there's only one pure flying type in the entire game.
Yes, and it's a legendary.
Yeah. That's so shocking to me.
How would you imagine a Pokemon? Like, if you were to create a pure flying type Pokemon right now, what would it be?
Okay.
We've already established that birds are normal type.
Yeah, so
flying.
I'm going to make... So, I'm going to make a... Cloud. That's it. I'm going to take a Cloud, and I'm going to turn it into a Pokemon.
Ooh. You know what would be a really cool ability with that Cloud?
What?
The same ability that... Oh, the weather type Pokemon gets.
Cast form?
If it's yes, cast form.
Mm-hmm.
Like a similar ability where, like, if it's hailing, it becomes like an ice
Flying,
type.
yeah, I could see that. And then, like, the Cloud changes color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like if it's raining, it becomes a flying water type.
I love that. I think that's a great idea.
Or you could even spin it and be like flying electric type and give it some thunder.
Give it some thunder. Yeah, that could work. All right.
Whirlwind, one hit KOs it.
As we go to the Pokemart today, we have a new section of the show to present to all of you fine ladies and gentlemen and wonderful people. Today this Pokemart session is brought to you by Chess with Run DMT. Run DMT, can you please tell us what the Karokan defense is?
In short, no. The carrot can is the one that eludes me right now
What is your
because
what is
I've
your
attempted it.
what are you currently doing when you are black?
Oh, the Sicilian defense has been my new fan fave.
Ooh, explain. Tell us about the Sicilian defense.
Yes. So for those of you who aren't aware, I'm a chess player for many years, but I've rarely ever deviated from just the general two pawn in the middle opening. I've always done that, even when it wasn't for my benefit, because I liked opening up the middle. However, due to recent history, specifically playing against Mish the Beast, that does not work anymore. So I've had to adapt my playstyle, and therefore I have learned how to do the Sicilian defense. Um, it's pretty good in my opinion. You start obviously when they go the E4 open, which is the most popular open. That king side pawn in the middle goes 2 steps forward. You bring out the C5 pawn, or the pawn to C5, and that opens up a lot of fun variations that you can then do, especially if they try and follow with the D4, and then you just take, and you can get really aggressive with it. And I've noticed, at least at the skill level that I'm at, that if you get aggressive, people kind of panic and they don't really put a lot of thought into their moves because they're just making moves, or they waste a lot of time if it's a timed match to make those moves. So I think the meta is going to change for me once I start playing against, if we all start getting better, our friend group starts getting better at chess, or when I don't know, I get back into tournaments, I guess. I don't know. I don't really see myself doing that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tommy. You make me want to go learn the Sicilian now. Because aggression is one of my favorite strategies for chess. Who do you think I should have lead here? I think Kismet's a good opener, but so's Edgar.
I say Kismet.
I agree. And then if
I
it's...
think you just go in by storm with Kismet.
I'm with you, especially with that charcoal item. Look at what a little long wiener boy he is.
I love him. He's got a mohawk.
He does. Kismet,
He's expressing himself.
Kismet, you're so cute. All right, let's go murder a child. I mean, let's go take a gem badge from a child. All right.
I just noticed our mom hasn't really
I'm wondering if
given us anything.
I'm wondering if it's bugged. Yeah. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. What is it? We gotta go. We gotta go to there. Alright. Blue. This should end us up on the red. Okay.
And then I think we gotta hit blue again.
Nope, we're here.
Oh no, it takes you straight there. Cool.
All right. Run DMT. What do you think Bugsy's gonna sound like?
Can I take a crack at it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm Bugsy. I never lose when it comes to bug type Pokemon. My research is going to make me the authority on bug type Pokemon. Let me demonstrate what I've learned from my studies.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not doing Bugsy any justice.
This poor child. This. Oh. Oh. Do we go for it?
Oh, we totally go for it.
We go for it. Oh. That's terrifying. So focus energy increases the chance that it can get a crit on us.
Oh my goodness.
I think
That's super effective. I'm surprised we didn't lead with the smoke screen.
yeah. I think we gotta switch to Marciano, because if this crits, I think it kills Kismet.
Yeah, plus, doesn't Marciano have sturdy?
He does.
Okay, then we're good.
We resist that. We're good. Alright, and then rock throw.
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
U-turn? What?
Alright, that's okay.
Okay, we're good here.
Alright, we don't kill the Metapod. We take this opportunity to heal.
Yes. That's a smart
Let's
move.
see. I think we can double potion?
Yeah, or I think one potion might be enough.
Yeah, let's do...
Our mom hasn't sent us anything. We gotta work with...
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. We baited the super potion. Alright. Alright, I'm on board with that. Rock throw again. We miss.
Ooh, what if we rock polish so we can outspeed the Scyther?
I don't know if anything can outspeed that Scyther, but I think we might as well take this opportunity to set up. And you know what? While we're at it, let's get a defense curl in. Yeah, we're going to set up and sweep. Set up and sweep. All right, one more defense curl. All right, that's good. Rock polish again. All right. And then we take this opportunity now to heal.
And gym battle music goes hard.
Magnitude, because it's 100% accurate. Okay, good. Metapod is dead. No, we'll keep battling. We're set up. We got 4 times speed, 2 times defense. Eat a rock throw. Yes!
Yes! We outsped the Scyther.
We outsped it. Just like that.
Marciano.
A Kakuna. Well, you switch your Pokemon.
Finish him.
We're already set up. Let's just keep Marciano in there.
What a great catch he was.
Yeah.
Even though it's my last Pokemon, Bug type are great, okay? Hang in there. Just a little more.
That magnitude 8 feels so good.
It does. Shiatsu massage.
We got that money.
We got that money.
Whoa, amazing. You're an expert on Pokemon. My research isn't complete yet. Okay, you win. Take this badge.
The Hive
That's
badge.
a cool name for a badge.
Yeah, it is a cool name.
Do you know the benefits of the Hive badge? Cool name, huh?
It is cool. I know I don't know the benefits, Bugsy. Please tell me.
If you have it, Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you, even traded ones.
Oh, cool.
Pokemon that know cut will be able to use it outside of battle too.
Awesome.
Here, I also want you to have this.
TM89.
TM89 contains U-turn. It lets your Pokemon attack and then switch with the next Pokemon. You know, the one in your party.
Oh, thank you.
Those Pokemon.
Oh, those Pokemon. Oh, okay.
Isn't that great?
It is great. Thank you.
Bug-type Pokemon are deep. Like, so deep. They're, like, mysterious to explore.
Oh.
They have many mysteries. So study your top choices thoroughly.
All right.
What does he mean by that?
I think he's telling us to go buy the strategy guide. AKA Bulbapedia and Smogon.
Right. So I don't know if those existed at this time.
They did not. Well, maybe. Let's see. Bulbapedia might have. All right, let's talk to Trainer Bro. Well done! That was a great clash of talented young trainers! With people like you, the future of Pokemon is bright, bro! He becomes more of a surfer dude every time I do his voice.
I love it.
All right, we're going to heal up. And I think there's one more thing we got to do before we end the episode.
Yeah, we gotta ask you a question.
Oh, yeah, other than that, but yes, you got to ask me a question.
I don't know if we've asked this before, but what is one of your most memorable Nat 20s?
I don't remember any of my Nat 20s all of a sudden. Do you recall any memorable Nat 20s of mine? Or of yours? Because I'm blanking. Like, I am completely blanking.
I remember my first Nat 1.
That's sad.
No, it was funny.
All right. What was your first Nat 1?
My first Nat 1 was my first time ever being a DM.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 3 baddies about to fight the party.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled 3 d20s, and all 3 of them hit Nat 1.
Oh my gosh.
I took a photo. That's why I remember it.
Oh my gosh. Well, the last thing we got to do is we got to go get our boy Leroy here, Headbutt. Now that he can use Cut outside of battle. And we have a catch coming our way.
Yes.
Potentially a Heracross.
And just for our listeners, do you remember what location?
I'll look it up in a moment, but this is the reveal. Ilex Forest Shrine. It's a tribute to the Forest Protector. So that shrine is a key part of this forest, but it will never come up during normal gameplay. And here's why. Because it's the site of a special event. So when this game first came out, you would go to an event, and like code would be activated by going there and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure how it works. And that shrine would be how you would travel across time to meet the forest protector, which is Celebi. And so if you were at the event that activated Celebi, that's where you would get it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Were you ever a part of that?
I was never a part of that. But, audience, please let us know. Should we hack it so we can do event-related stuff that's in the game? Right? Like, it's technically part of the game. It's part of the playthrough. Maybe when we're trying to complete the Pokedex, we probably will. I'm being optimistic and thinking we'll get that far. But if we do, like, we might have to.
I think that's a very good question for the audience.
Yeah. Also, audience, since we can't do normal trades, which would be a normal part of Heartgold back when it was played, are we allowed to hack to evolve trade Pokemon?
I know my vote for that.
I'm going to leave that up to the audience. My personal hope is yes. But if you all want to see me suffer, I understand. Run DMT, what is your vote for that?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Oh, and I got to check the map so I know what the route is here in just a moment.
That's the one near Azalea Town, correct?
Yeah, it's coming out of Union Cave.
So that'd be Route 33, I think.
Probably. It's the one that's always raining. Right. Little Paris. All right, so the reason why we're going through Ilex Forest to get Headbutt, for those who don't know, is there is a move tutor hidden in here that teaches Headbutt. We're going to give that to Leroy because, as it was discussed last episode, Leroy is going to be our HM slave. Currently, the plan for Leroy is Cut, Headbutt, Strength, and Rock Smash. However, they can't learn Rock Smash until they evolve into a Furret, which is why we are grinding them a bit.
What about Headbutt? Does it know Headbutt right away?
It'll know Headbutt right away, which is why we have taken it with us.
In the meantime, would you like to know the odds of potentially getting a Heracross?
Yes.
Well, it's pretty bleak, but 50-50 I think we can come out on top.
Okay.
50% we would end up with a Spearow.
Okay. It's not...
20% we end up with an Apon.
That would be a decent backup for Kate. A really creepy backup for Kate, but a backup for Kate.
Yeah. And then Heracross comes in at 30%.
Is there a best time of day for Heracross?
There is not.
Is there a best time of day for Ambipom?
Nope. The headbutt feature is 24/7.
Well, so there's 2 good mons we can get out of that. And honestly, Spearo's not awful either. Not what we need right now. It would not benefit our current team. And you could argue that Heracross wouldn't benefit our team either. And I would point out that Heracross is cool as my rebuttal to that.
Yeah, but also that fighting.
Yeah, the fighting type is... And if we do get a Heracross, what abilities are we hoping to get?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Okay.
I mean, ideally getting Moxie would be cool, but that's a hidden ability.
Moxie would be cool.
So maybe Guts?
Guts is okay, but it's not something you want to rely on for a Nuzlocke.
Well, the next thing would be Swarm.
Swarm's also not something you want to rely on for a Nuzlocke. But I suppose it'd be better than... Yeah, I'm thinking Guts or Moxie. Honestly, all 3 would be okay. But definitely I think Moxie's the best out of the bunch.
Unfortunately, the only way to really test for Moxie is to have one of your Pokemon die. So we'll just have to guess.
No, Moxie is when it makes a Pokemon faint.
Exactly.
No,
So
when it makes a different Pokemon faint. So if I knock out someone's Pokemon on their team, I get Moxie.
Oh, right. But by then, if it were on your team, we would already know it has Moxie.
Yes. For Ambipom, or IPOM, or whatever the pre-evolution is called, what is the ability we're hoping for on that one?
Also, another great question.
Mm-hmm.
Runaway would be good.
Runaway's good. And that would make it an even better replacement for Kate, if hopefully never needed, but if it was.
Yes, or it comes with Pickup.
What's Pickup?
Pickup is where you're walking, and if it's in your party, it randomly picks up items for you.
That could be useful.
I don't know any. I'm not familiar with APOM too much, but Skill Link's pretty fun for like a Cloyster. Maybe it could be fun for an APOM.
What's Skill Link do?
It guarantees multi-strike moves to hit max.
Oh. Now, the only thing I know about IPOM or Ambipom is that it's usually used with Fake Out in competitive.
Yes, I've also seen Baton Pass.
Yes. Hold on. We got the headbutt man. What am I doing? I'm shaking trees using headbutt. It's fun. Here, you try it with your Pokemon too. Which Pokemon should learn it? Leroy. Leroy is trying to learn headbutt, but Leroy can't learn more than 4 moves. Delete an older move to make room for headbutt. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Foresight.
I concur.
Is it okay to forget the move Foresight? 1, 2, and poof. Leroy forgot how to use Foresight. And Leroy learned Headbutt. There, how do you like it? Your Leroy looks stronger. This guy isn't actually using Pokemon. They are headbutting the trees themselves.
Why do I feel like this guy is about to tell us that headbutting trees is what it's like to own a Ford pickup?
What am I doing? I'm owning a Ford pickup. It's fun. Here, you try it with your car, too. I see. Take care of its head. All right, and then we're going to go back, and we're going to get a Heracross. I'm saying it now. I'm claiming it. I am manifesting it with the positive vibes. It is happening. We will hair the cross. Let's see. Bite. Bite him, Kate. Bite him. Yeah, snap out of confusion. Bite him. Bite him again. Just learn to move quick attack, but Leroy can't learn to move 4 moves. Make it forget another move. Yeah, forget a move. Which move should be forgotten? Scratch.
Oof.
Oh, Wade. Good evening, Matt. It's me, Wade. Were you awake? I found all kinds of berries. If you want, I'll share some with you. I'll be waiting on Route 31. Oh, Wade is so nice.
When do we learn fly?
It's gonna be a bit. I don't think until the islands.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot minute. And however, by just continuing down to Goldenrod and beating Whitney, we'll unlock the shortcut that connects to Violet City, which will we won't have to go through Union Cave anymore, is what that means.
Sweet.
In fact, I'm not planning on going back through Union Cave to meet Wade. I'm just gonna wait until we break through Goldenrod to get there.
Matt,
Yes. Yes.
have you ever caught a shiny?
Yes. In fact, I think my first shiny ever was a shiny Kate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Summary. Yeah, I think we want Liberty up front, I think. Or maybe Edgar. Yeah, I think that's right. Wait, what do we want to try and take out Heracross?
I mean, we got to be prepared for everything, so
Right.
I don't know if Liberty is the best thing to go up against a Spearow.
It's true.
We have a yawn. We have a yawning Pokemon, don't we?
Yeah, but they're level 6. But that's okay. We can...
They would be out level the potential catches.
Okay, in that case, we will lead Slowpoke.
Yeah, I think so.
But we're also going to take... Rocky with us in case we need to wall a Heracross and just keep throwing balls at it.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Alright. In fact, let's go ahead and move Molasses up front. Sweet little Molasses. Okay. And let's go ahead and grab another netball. I grabbed one earlier last time we were in here. But now that we're at the mart, it is time for Chess with Run DMT. Brought to you by Pokemart.
Goodness. Okay,
Right.
here we go.
Run DMT. What is your favorite style of chess game? Like, what type do you
When
like to
you
play?
add-
Like rapid, like blitz, like bullet?
Okay, this might be a pretty lame answer. My favorite is a classic of mine.
Mhm.
And there might be a little bit of paraphernalia involved,
Oh.
but it's the classic in-person sit down, get a bowl, and just play some good old chess without any time limits or anything, and just sometimes you get lost in conversation before you realize whose move it is.
I like that. I think an in-person game is my favorite as well.
I think you'd be really good at in-person game.
I play them with the kiddos I help regularly. It's really good for treating ADHD.
Awesome.
All right.
Are we in the right grouping? We have to be in grouping A if we're gonna be.
What's grouping A?
I don't know. I tried looking this up earlier,
Okay.
and it doesn't really say. It just says Headbutt Group A.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to wager that it's either north or south. And I'm going to wager that north is A. What's
It's a little bit more complicated than that.
okay?
It's the way the trees are assigned encounters by certain IDs.
Okay.
And there's an equation to determine which ones are Group A and which ones are Group B.
Oh God. Okay, what's the equation?
N equals 2 times ABID mod 4. So ones or zeros and 3 are considered A's, and ones and 2s are considered B.
Okay.
I just don't know where I don't know where that counting starts.
Okay. I don't know either. You know what? We don't want to get this wrong. So we are going to go ahead and pause the recording here, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna go camping.
We're going to go camping. Yeah. Camping. Okay. After much research, we have come to the conclusion that neither Run DMT nor I are numbers people. So we're just going to guess.
Also, camping was fun. I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was fun. I learned also that we can headbutt trees in Azalea Town. That's all right. That's all right. Spiro's not a bad mon. Just not a great mon. But we are going to yawn it. Go to sleep, little bird. Go to sleep, little birdie. And we're going to curse.
It's pretty much going to be Keen Eye, unless we get the hidden ability Sniper.
Sniper increases critical hit chance, correct?
That is correct.
All right, here's okay. All right, if we get Sniper, I think we give this thing a little tackle too, just to be on the safe side. Don't want to be wasting Pokeballs on this thing. Alright. A little bit of damage, a little bit of sleep. I think that's enough. Let's see here. Let's use a friend ball. Why not? Get in the friend ball. 2, 3. Go!
Nice. Nice job.
Okay. Spearow. It flaps its short wings to flush out insects from tall grass. It then plucks them with its stubby beak. Give a nickname to the caught Spearow? Yes, we will. In the hope that we get the hidden ability, let us name it Vasily. Yeah? Famous Russian sniper from Stalingrad? Yeah?
Yeah.
I probably spelled that wrong. All right, let's go check our new Spearow. Let's go see what's going on with them. This is not going to the Poke Center. We're just checking the box. I don't know. I don't know if this counts.
Are we healing?
No, we're not. All right, Spearow. Keen Eye and Bashful. What does Bashful get us?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, nothing's not bad. I'll take a nothing.
Yeah. For an RP run, I'll take it.
Yeah. For a Nuzlocke, yeah, it's fine. All right. Now, I heard a rumor, and this is the best kind of rumor. It comes from Reddit, that the trees behind Kurt's house are good for Heracross.
Oh, okay. We haven't caught anything in this
We
town.
haven't caught anything in this town. That's right. Oh. Ah!
Dewclaws.
Yeah, Dewclaws. All right. We will switch over here to Kate. How dare you peck me? I bite you. All right. Critical hit. Nicely done. All right, let's do that again. Yes, I would like to use Headbutt. All right, what do we get? Not a Spearow? A Spearow. All right. It was a Reddit rumor. I should have known.
That's okay, because this is a good loophole for the Nuzlocke.
Yes, it is.
This is a new area, so we can Dewclaws this.
Yes, we can.
In worst case, we get an Apom out of it.
Yeah.
You know what nickname just came to mind for a Spearow?
What?
Both of them are captains.
Oh.
Captain Jack Spearow.
Oh, God. We should have done that. That would have been so good.
And then Captain Javelin.
Oh, my gosh. Javi. blows my mind is Javelin was before all the throwing weapon love that we got in the later books, and he was still a badass.
Totally.
Yeah.
That was such a fun build.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to continue playing him as a character.
Yes. That was my first time playing a lawful character. Like, certainly in our friend group, it's the first time ever. Maybe in some other past life I've done it, but
You did play a paladin in Parim Song.
that's true. And technically, he was lawful good. He was a very saucy lawful good.
Yes. I forget that character's name, though.
That was Devin Lux.
That's right, Devin Lux.
Now, we are going to heal just to get Kate out of crit range. Devin Lux has a good time.
What, as a question for this,
Mm-hmm.
what is a build that you want to try in the future?
Well, so one of the builds that I've wanted to try for a long time, I'm finally getting to do in Honor Bound, is a Moon Druid. We talked about this in the past episode, and that was one that I wanted to do, that I haven't had the chance yet. I think an experience I want to have is maybe a cleric? I don't know.
I could see you doing really well as a cleric.
Yeah. But I feel like there's a class that I still haven't played yet. I'm trying to remember what it was. Because I hadn't played Druid before.
Monk?
I've done Monk before.
You kind of did Warlock.
I kind of did Warlock. That's another one that I've generally avoided. So that could be something there that I can dig more.
Barbarian.
I've done Barbarian in the Tiamat one shot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But that's the only time I've done Barbarian. I think a Barbarian run would be fun, and it definitely fits the melee-centric playstyle that I like. So I think I would have a lot of fun as a Barbarian. I don't think I've ever done a Bard, to be honest. Not in 5th edition.
What? No?
Name one Bard I've played.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked too. So maybe a Bard would be a good one.
You make such a good face.
I do. It's because I make good faces.
Mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
This is turning into a good grind.
This is turning into a good grind. Yeah, eventually this needs to not be... Wait, the fact that we're getting Spearow so much tells me that this can't be a Heracross tree.
Yeah, try a different tree.
Yeah.
Go to the third one in the back.
Third one in the
So if we go all the way to the left here, that's 0, 1, 2, and then go to the third, which is the second to the right.
That one?
No. The back row right there. That's 0. Now go to the right. That's 1.
I can't go any further this way.
Oh, you can't go any further that way.
No.
Uh-oh.
Let's try this one.
Then that one right there. Somehow the math is by the rows, so I'm just trying to figure out.
For Heartgold, it's also based off of the trainer ID.
Oh no.
Yeah. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, this is too much. That sounded like something.
I'm so glad they streamlined this.
Yeah. All right, let's headbutt this one. Let's headbutt this one. No, it's just this tree. It's just this one tree right here.
Did we try the one behind the wood stack?
No, we didn't. That's a good idea. Let's do it one more time, maybe 2 more times. Oh my gosh. Come on. Give us something. Give us something good. Nope. Well, let's go back to this one. The magic tree that always gives Pokemon. Yep, it's that tree. Dang it!
I don't know.
All right, guys, we might need to call it an episode here, and we'll see what we can figure out with Azalea Town in our downtime. We're gonna beat this Spearow, and then I think we got to call it an episode here. Are there any parting thoughts we have for our audience today, Run DMT?
Well, I would like to know what people would name their badge if they were a gym leader.
Mm-hmm.
So give us the type of gym leader you want to be, and then the name of your badge.
I agree. I think that's a great idea. What would the name of your badge for your fairy type team be, Run DMT?
A wild badge.
The wild badge?
The Fey Wild badge.
Ooh, the Feywild badge. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Well, I have been your host, the fantastic, the wonderful, the splendiferous, the always awesome Powers Nation. Voice in the Sky, as I'm also called. And with me has been the equally splendiferous, the equally fantastic, the equally fabulous, even more fabulous, Run DMT.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye!
Bye.